Hello Power fans, it's Mathonical and thank you for joining me in the wrap-up of Boros Bully. We had an enjoyable series and thank you all for sticking through it so far. We're going to go over the pros, the cons, and some possible changes we can make in the future, as well as where it sits in the metagame right now. So on the plus side, this deck is amazing on both offense and defense, and not only that, it can pivot between the two roles very quickly. We have an excellent removal suite backed up with lots of valuable creatures, which is the next point. We generate a ton of value between Squadron Hawk and Battle Screech. Being able to generate 4 creatures essentially for 1 card allows us to both block and get in for damage very quickly to win games. This deck also has a lot of flexibility with its card choices. The removal suite with Firebolt, Lightning Bolt, Seal of Fire, and Lightning Axe gives us a lot of versatility in the 1-drop slot, as well as Guardians of the Guildpact versus Palace Sentinels. That gives us a lot of flexibility on the top end. Sideboard as well has a lot of options, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in the future, because this deck has one big weakness. The whole core of the deck is centered around flying 1/1s, and unfortunately the Pauper format is very good at dealing with those, with the likes of Shrivel and Electrickery. Currently in the sideboard, we do have Charge and Hallow to try and deal with those, but as people start to expect these 1-mana tricks, they're going to start playing around them. So it's best to go back to Luma Threadfield in situations where you're expecting the metagame to be prepared for this deck. The downside to Luma Threadfield is once it's on the field, sometimes your opponent will have enchantment removal and be able to deal with it. So of course, it's up to you to decide what you think is going to be best for your current metagame. Given all of that, and given that we have quite a few choices, it's quite clear to see how this deck has earned itself in a slot at the top of the format. And I expect it to kind of stay there for quite a while, given how easy it is to adapt this deck to almost any decks you expect to be facing. To be honest, great job Deluxekoff on starting us off on this great format, and I know many people have made iterations to it along the way, so thank you all so much for working on an amazing deck. I hope you've all enjoyed the series, and thank you so much for your positive feedback on everything we've been doing. We're going to keep bringing you awesome content going forward, and have yourselves a wonderful day.